locked out whenever I do other things. You're live. I don't want to share anything. I just want to make sure the stream works. Well, it says I'm live. Now I got to check on... Why is this working better than OBS? That's bullshit. That is utter hogwash. And the audio quality is better. Fuck it, the visual qualities are better. How is that possible? Alright, well, welcome to Solo Hammer, live. Brought to you by My Will to Live and a can of Coke. Alright, so. Okay, that's now how that works. Share screen. Share and stream again. This is interesting. All right, so today I don't have any terrain. Whoops. And that is a very ugly sound. But we need terrain to make the game look good. And if we don't have terrain, then the game's not going to look good. Simple as that. Hey! Oh, that's because... That is the wrong thing. My bad. Put this here. Put this here. Put this there. I love this train. It's so nice. I can make anything. And it would be utterly beautiful. And no one would say the wiser. That's too short. I need another piece right there. Another. Bring me another. There we go. Should do it. Lovely. Lovely. Orcs vs. Space Marines. Yes, lads. Orcs versus Space Marines. 300 points. Orcs versus Space Marines. Live. For the most part, at least. Yeah. 7th? Third edition. We're playing 3rd edition. 7th would be fun, but we're not going to do fun today. We're just going to play a very ridiculous game of Solo Hammer, where it's going to be 300 points. So that's the Orc War Boss, which is 60 points, and 30 boys. That's 240, so 60 plus 240 is 300, so 300 points. And then we got 300 points of Space Marines, which is our commander, a command squad with Banner Bearer, Apothecary, and 3 more just Space Marines. And then 1 troop choice of Space Marines, and then a 2nd troop choice of Space Marines. I heard people want me to play 7th. I will get to it eventually. I will play my Tyranids, but I need an army for them to fight, so I need a codex. I'm trying to find a 7th edition codex for my Space Marines. I found some online, but they are very weird, so I like having physical copies. Before we begin, all is good in the world. All right. But like I said, we will be playing 3rd edition. So I will be using these 2 codexes. Codex Space Marines and Codex Orcs. And I have to use the main rule book, which I have to go grit now because this book doesn't include the weapons. It includes the newer weapons that the Orcs received when they got their codex, but it doesn't include their base weapons, such as shooters, big shooters, and other things. Is big shooters. Where is it? There we are. All righty, now we get to see who goes first. Okay. Will be for our Marines. Blue will be for our fungoid lads. All right, the orcs go first. That makes things a bit more chaotic. Guys, we're going to start with the movement phase. And this chair is going to drive me up the wall. All right, where is my tape? I used the ruler, but I'm stubborn. So I want some of these not to move around so much because you get rapid fire gets the special rule where it gets to shoot twice if it hasn't moved up to 12. And plus, everything's probably up to 12 inches, I think. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. But you keep orcs to move them. So we're just going to start moving up some orcs. War Boss Fuguguts has ordered all the orcs to move up and to give them humies a good crumpin'. Good crumpin'. Where are you going? I might just decided to leave. You guys don't typically see me actually move my miniatures, so this is funny as hell to me. I was going to move the War Boss so he can get into range, or at least get out of cover for his big guns. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then yeah, he gets to move up. Because this is unit of 10, unit of 10, unit of 10. Because you can't have everything moving up like that. So they can't move the thing, but I digress. All right, so we're going to now start shooting everything. Now, since everything moved, everyone gets one shot, but it's like a 12-inch shot with their shooting. I should know this. I play this game over some. Let's see. A shooter. How hard does it hit? Orcs. Shooter is 24 inches. 24 inches, that's right. It's one shot because I moved them. Not bad, though. All right. So, 24 inches. That's the whole bloody board. Yeah, that's the whole bloody board. That's the whole thing. Dear God. Okay. This unit of 10 lads is going to fire into the command squad, and this unit of 10 lads are going to fire into this tactical squad. So I'm going to need dice. 10. Why have I not distributed my dice? I am a fool with toque. Jolvis, you should really prepare yourself before you start streaming. You know what? You should start shooting your gourd. Besides, I'm doing this because I don't want to bother with TikTok today, and I just want to get a video out. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. That bear blue die. That's a black die. I need a blue die. That is a blue die. Okay. Weapon skill. Oh, God. No. Ballistic skill. So, ballistic skill 4? Nope. It's 5. Split skill 2. I got to hit 5s to hit. Okay. That's not bad for the first ones. And then strength 4 against toughness 4. And we're going into the command squad. So, yeah, 2 weapon skill, strength and toughness 4, so 4 is to wound. They all wound, lovely. And then they all have the same save because I didn't give them anything else, so everything's gonna save on a 3+. And 1, nope, 2 die. So I'm gonna stick that shot on the 10 on the back and the banner. Yeah, they're not that great in the end. All right, the second squad of Manic Orcs are gonna shoot into the tacticals. Hitting on same thing, 5s and 4s. 5s to hit. And 4s to wound. They all wound. Nice, damn. 1, 2, 3. Need one more red die. Bless me with the sanguine. All right. Tube save. They'll live. The Space Marines, of course, they will live. You pious fool. The War Boss is going to fire his big shooter into the commander. It is the same thing, but it's 3 shots, hitting on 5s. And wounding on... Oh, god, wait. I think it's strength. What strength is this big shooter? It's 8. Bad. Strength 5 against toughness 4, so 3s to wound. That's 1 wound. 3 up save. He's fine. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. These lads in the back who haven't shot, so this lad, and this lad, they clear a line of slate of these ones. So they're going to get their shots off. And they get 2 shots each because they didn't move throughout fat range. Hitting on 5s. Oh, I only see 1. Wounding on... Stand up, orc. Stand up. You top heavy bastard. Wounding on 4s. That was 3 up save. Oh, he's fine too. All right. So the question is, do I want to charge this unit of boys into the captain's squad? Now, truly, I don't. But we're going to make it happen anyway. Because they need a 6-inch charge, and they are within 6 inches, so we're just going to charge them all to the best of our abilities. Now, not all of them are really going to be getting in, but some of them will. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then, as usual, there's a bit of a consolidation movement, so try to move into base contact as much as you can. And then we're going to start throwing hands. All right, so I believe Shooter Boys only have so much guff. They have an initiative of, if I can find it. Why don't you have this memorized? Initiative 2, and I know Space Marines have a higher initiative, so we're going to do the Space Marines first. The Force Commander will strike with his power weapon. He has 3 attacks. Weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 4. So it's 3s to hit. 1 hit. Oh, okay. That kind of sucks. And then strength 4 against toughness 4. That's force wound. That's 1 wound. And he has a power weapon, and power weapon ignores the saving throws. So just an orc is just deleted. You get no save. And then the Space Marine next to him, this poor tactical, he will get his attacks down. So brave, so brawn. 3s, no. He's 4, so it's 3s to hit. 4s to wound. The orc gets the... Why am I doing this backwards? The orc is fine. The Apothecariat gets to attack, and he has a chainsword, although that doesn't mean anything in 3rd edition, because chainswords meant nothing in 3rd edition. They didn't mean anything. So this will be hitting on 4s. And 4s. And 6 up. And he's it. I'm losing people. And then, yeah. And then Consolidated Movement, and we're just gonna do the orc's turn. Let's see. So 6 orcs are in combat. So that's. Thanks for having this. Great thing to watch all sick. You're sick? Oh, happy noob. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. I hate being sick. I really do. You poor bastard. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. They have 2 attacks each plus 1 for the charge, so that's 3 attacks each. So 3, 6, 9. How many more dice for this? And then 12, 14, and 18. I'm trying to feel good. I hope you get better. Do not do what I do and drink copious amounts of Coca-Cola. Drink water. Drink tons of water. Lordy. All right. 18 attacks from the Orc boys into the command squad, and the commander hitting on. What makes you go 4 against 4s and 5? 4s to hit. Yeah, that's it. Your channel actually helped me learn third. I'm happy about that. Third is a fun addition to play. Not as quick or rules heavy as modern editions, but still fun. All right, so 4s to wound, 4s to hit. And these are all misses. Misses. Someone has texted me, and I'm not on my phone, so I cannot pick it up. And then Strength 4 against Toughness 4. So 4s to wound. 4s and 4s. So misses. So 2 wounds and 3 up save. Okay. 1 dies. Space Marine dead. Now, this unit will need to take a leadership check because they did lose this fight because they lost 3 lats, and the Orcs have only lost 2. So Space Marines get, oh gods, they are 1, 2, 3, 2 to 1, so -2 to leadership of 10. So it's 8, and they're fine. Their leadership of 10 with their commander is very good. We now move on to Space Marines turn 1. Who is texting me? Who dares text me? My roommate is asking quest, and I have to oblige. So turn 1 Space Marines, we are going to think for a moment. Think. I'm outmatched, and I'm outweighed. But I will do my best. We're going to move these Space Marines up and try to get some into there, as well as these Marines. So we're actually going to move them up like so. Which is terrifying for me because because this is actually the edges of my desk. And this unit's going to move them up. How is this even 300 points? All right. 5 Bolter Struts from this tackle squad into these Orcs. Hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 4s. 6 save. I'm being texted again. Who is texting me now? Good luck. All right. I keep getting distracted. All right. One died. One lived. This unit, these lads are going to do the same thing. 5 attacks hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 6 up save. Alright, one more dies. So, whoop. Alright. They're too far to actually charge anything, so they're not going to be doing jack. This unit, though, will be charging. So we're going to do that right now. Space Marine brethren, charge into the foe. The green skin menace must be destroyed. With orcs, you kind of don't want to get them into close combat because they will chew you up. And they will spit you out. Who's texting me again? Righty. Where was I? Alright. This combat. Space Marines are going to go first because they have the higher initiative, so I need 5 more red dice. 1 more. Thank you. Now, they all say the same weapon skill, so this should be fun. Weapon skill 4 against 4, so through 3s to hit? Yes. Actually, no. 4. What am I, insane? Weapon skill 4? Yeah, it's 4s. What am I on? It's 4s to hit. I just did it last match. What's wrong with me? 4s to wound. Wound. 6 save. 1 more dead orc. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orcs are in range. How I do it is that a model needs to be in base combat and anything next to them base combat. So these 2 are in base combat, and this one's right behind them, so that one counts, but not these 2 in the back. So yeah, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. And it's the same thing because they have the same, basically the same loadout. 4s to hit. Get back up there. And then 4s to wound. 1 wound. 3 up save. Nope, a Marine goes down. Damn. It is technically a drawn combat because they both did only 1 wound to each other. So I'm not going to make them do a roll-off because that would be unfair and unnecessary. Okay. We're going to move on back to this combat and hope we are able to do more damage. Well. First things first, the commander hitting on 4s. Doesn't count. 4 hits. 4s to wound. All wounds, and you don't get a save, so 3 orcs are just destroyed. So let's just see how many more damage I do with the other 2 Marines. So the Apothecary and the Marine, 4s to hit, 4s to wound, 1 wound, 6 up save, and 4 die. So 4 dudes in front just are destroyed. All right. And then since they are no longer in range for combat, because it has to be base to base for combat, they are no longer in combat. So, yeah. This unit will also need to take a leadership test because combat. Right. I keep forgetting the pistol rules in every game I play. I keep forgetting that. So, yes, you are correct. I keep forgetting that. This unit only has bolters. This unit has bolters. Apothecary does not have a bolter. He's a different weapon. He only has a bolter, but our Lord does have a pistol for combat. Let me fire that sucker real quick. 3s to hit. 4s to wound. 6 of save. Yes. One more dead orc. Thank you, Battle Brother. You have made the game better. Alright. Leadership check for the orcs. They are leadership 6? No. 7. That is a 6, which means they are fine. So they're fine the way they are, but they're no longer in combat with them, which is good. I don't know how the world charge is going to go on the next turn, but either way. Keep doing that. If they had failed that, I would have charged with them, though, because it would have been great. Okay, so we're going to move on to Orcs turn 2. And we're going to start by moving some Orcs. Actually, we're going to start by moving that Warlord, because I want to get into combat. We'll move them on up, and then get these Orcs over, so we can start shooting, because they might look like sluggers and choppas on some of these models, but I assure you, they are all shooting orcs. Yes, I assure you. I hate this chair. Is that Assault on Black Reach Commander? It is the Assault on Black Reach Commander. I got him a few years ago. God, that video quality is ass. It is that model. I got him a few years ago off eBay. I do not have the Assault Reach box. I wish I did, but that's not going to happen. Either way, thank you. Thank you very much. He's usually what I play when I do the smaller games, because the commander or captain I typically would use is the one in Terminator armor, and I used him a lot in the earlier game, so destroying my throat. All right. These orcs are technically not in battle, so so not in combat technically, and they haven't not move. I'm just gonna turn them around and have them start firing everything into this unit. So that's 2, 4, 6, hitting on 5s, 2, wounding on 4s. Nothing. All right. The Warboss is going to fire his big shooter into the lad, hitting on 5s. 1 hit, wounding on 3s. Nothing. Okay, how many of these lads can actually see into this unit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 of these orcs can be shooting into this unit. Same thing as 4. 5s to hit. That is a great fucking hit again. 6 4s to wound. Only 2 wounds. 3 save. 1 Marine dies. Battle Brother fallen. Alright, with the shooting phase down, we're going to start charging. Let's look at charge of the Warlord, because he's too big and bulky. I'm going to charge with this unit into them. And then that's my pointer. That's not right. They are not truly in range. All right, so that unit will continue. And we're going to charge with some 2, 4, 6. It's 12. 9. 9 attacks, hitting on 4s. Not bad, not bad. Wounding on 4s. Nothing. Not a single 4. That's disappointing. The Marines are going to fight back. Hitting on 4s. That's way better. Wounding on 4s. Only 1 wound. 6 of save. He's dead. And since the orcs will need to take a leadership check, and they're -2 to their 7, so 5. They are running. How far? Can we catch up? Oh yeah. 7, 8. You're destroyed. All right. That was our first unit killed. So 1 point for the Marines. We're going to move on to this combat. Whoops, I killed an orc. Space Marines go first. Same thing as usual. 4s to hit. 4s to wound. 6 of save. 2 more orcs die. So just 2 dudes are just killed outright. And then the 2 of them that are within range will get to fire off next. They're 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. 3 up save. And the Marines succeed. The orcs went to get a leadership test since they lost the fight since they lost 2 dudes. And they are not outnumbered, so it's just -1, so 7 up. And they're fine. All right. At the end of Orcs turn 2, they didn't do as much as I thought they would. I was really hoping with the charge up here they would have gotten to the point, but the Marines had the better save, so mathematically speaking, of course they did. We're going to move on to Space Marines turn 2. Yeah. I'm not going with these guys because I want rapid fire. Same with these guys. Although I would want to get into would want to see the fight. He's got Apothecary. The commander is going to move up with his unit. And he's going to prepare to engage. But first, we're going to see if we can whittle down that big old green bastard with some Marine fire. 2, 4, 6, 8 shots. Hitting on 3s. And then strength 4 against toughness. What is the toughness of a war boss? Now that's a question. I think it's toughness 4. He doesn't have mega armor. So yeah, it makes sense. 4 is 2 wound. Thank you, noob. Strength 5, I think. It is strength 5. It's one page. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 2, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 4 initiative, 4 attacks. I just started collecting. Oh, you started collecting art? Is that your 3rd edition army? You probably put more effort than I do. Alright, strength 4 against 4. 4 is 2 wound. 2 wounds. 6 up save. I do Space Marines, Eldar, and Orcs in 3rd. Oh, damn, Eldar. Eldar scare me. He failed 2 of his saves. Let me see how he does. He only has 3 wounds. So our boy is down to this unit is going to fire its bolters into it. See if we can whittle them down before actually having to go into a fight with it. So the bolter and the pistol. Bolter first, hitting on. Oh, they're both hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 4s. 1 goes through, 6 of save. The orc is fine. And now we're going to charge. They do. I love to spam Wraithguard and a Farseer to negate the one downside to the Wraiths. Oh, God. So I don't have a lot of Eldar. If you go through the backlog, I have a Farse. I don't know if it's Farseer. A Farseer, 5 Dire Avengers, and a Wraith Lord, and that's it. That's my entire Eldar collection. And the Wraith Lord was proxying as a pain engine for years, so it's not even. It's decrepit. All right, on to this bout. The commander, if I can find his stats, has initiative stat 5, and the warlord has initiative stat 1, so I get to go swing first. I have 3 attacks, plus 1 from the charge, so 4. Weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 5. Yep. So 4's to wound. And 4's to hit, Josh. 2 hits. Strength 4 against toughness 5, so 5's to wound. 2 wounds. I was going to roll for the save, but then I remember he got Power Sword. That ignores the saves. Your boss is destroyed. And that's 3 more points to the Space Marines. Huh. I think the Farseer is the only non-named HQ in the 3rd edition Codex for 3rd edition. I think you might be right, but I don't have the rule book for 3rd edition elves, so you might be right, because I think the rest of them are like the Phoenix Lords and like a few others, like named characters. But yeah. All right. Well, that was quite the casualty for the orcs. We're gonna move on to this combat, and by now we're gonna do a little bit more consolidating. These Space Marines will go first. If the avatar of the bloody-handed god counts as named or non-named, I think it counts, because the avatar of a bloody-handed god is a name, right? I don't know. 4 attacks from the Marines into the orcs, hitting on 4s. Winning on 4s. 6 of save. Another orc died. Yeah. And the orcs are going to slap back. The 4 of them, so it's 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Sending is 4. 4 is to hit. 4 is to wound. Yeah. And then 3 up saves. I am losing dice after another. All right, they all live. Okay. The orcs lost that since they lost 1 model, so they will need to take up a leadership test. And they failed it. How far are they running? Can we catch up with that? Oh yeah, they're dead. Another point to the Space Marines. Oh no. All right. And thus ends Space Marines turn 2. I mean, having 1 generic HQ just gives an excuse to price it, back in the day, price it lower, so we could have at least a generic HQ choice that everyone can have. Because I think you could have, like, you can do a lot with just a Farseer, because you can give them, like, what? A unit of Warlocks to back him up. I know. There are 30 orcs in this battle. And we're down to less than, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8. We're down to 10 models for orcs. Yeah. And if you're playing Eldar, you're going to want a Psychic army. I mean, who doesn't love Psychic? Feel sorry for anybody who's going to watch this in the future and just wondering what the hell I'm babbling about. They would have to actually keep up with chat. All right, orcs, turn 3, their last turn, because we only play 3 turns a pop here on Solar Hammer. The Orcs quite surprised to see the Warboss fall. They're not going to really do anything. They can stand their ground. They're going to try to bring down our leader. So, 20 attacks from the shooters because they didn't move. 18 over here. Give it. Damn it. Fighting dice again. And then you're going to move too much. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay. The Signet Spear for Farseer can be strength 9? No way. Can't the Farseer like throw that thing like a shooting like a gun? Strength 9 on a model that small? That can bring down Dread. Ooh, that's terrifying. All right, 20 attacks from the Orc boys into the command squad. Hitting on 5s. That is more like it. 5, 6s, 6. That's it. That's okay. It's a little disappointing. It's a bit disappointing. It's a bit disappointing. All right, force wound. 1 wound. 3-up save. And we're fine. 3-up save versus Orcs is so sad. I think if the Farseer throws it, goes up to strength 9. It has one-shotted a lot of HP. Oh, I bet it has. I bet it has. Strength 9. That can one-shot like a majority of toughness 4 models. And a majority of Warhammer is toughness 4. It's like instant death, instant death, instant. Oh, God, that's terrifying. That's a tank. That is a walking tank. That's a tank if it had infantry. That's an infantry tank. That's terrifying. All right, unable to bring down the commanders. The Orcs are going to try to charge into the commanders now. Our shooting didn't do nothing. Charge them! They don't talk like that. Zug zug. All right, so only, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Only 6 of them are actually in combat, so, but my team do get to go first. 3 for the commander, and 1 for the other 2. Give me that, give me that. They're all hitting on 4, so it doesn't really matter. Damn. All right. Wounding on 4s. Nothing. Damn. Okay. They didn't do anything to the Orcs. That's terrifying. All right. So 30 attacks. I'm going to need more dice. Let's see. 20 of these. Come on. We might be able to defeat the commander. The Farseer has a 4+ invulnerable. Elves are brutal. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't play. They're so brutal. 6, 7, 8. This is going to hurt. Ah! That dice nearly shot me. I'm losing dice. 30 dice is a handful. Hits on 2s as well as both melee and range. And this is a generic HQ. Terrifying. Where'd the other dice go? It's gone. All right. 30 attacks from the Orc boys. Jove, only 6 of them are in combat. Put 6 in 3. It's 24. Okay, so we're gonna move. I knew that. All right. Hitting on 4s. Yikes. Okay, and wounding on 4s. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 saves. Can we save our lads? Okay, it's just 2 times the strength, not 3. Okay. That's not... okay, it's not terrible. 3 up save. Can we live? We can. Wow, that's a drawn combat. That's so stupid. Okay. That they should not have made us. There should have been at failed save. They all succeeded. We're gonna move on to Space Marines turn 3, and we can't shoot into this mess, so we're just gonna charge in. Well, actually, we're gonna move up then charge in, but you know what I mean. Move up 6 inches, charge in, pray to your gods. And now is a brawl. All right, we're gonna start with these 4 Marines. Force to hit. To wound. 1 wound. 6 save. Dead orc. This unit of 4 Marines. Same thing. Force to hit. Force to wound. 6 saves. Oh, only 1 die. Okay. The commander and his 2 lackeys. Actually, the commander's going to fire his pistol first. 3 hit. Force to wound. 6 save. That's alive. Okay. Attacks from the commander into the lads. Forced wound. 2 wounds. 6 save. 1 more dice. These orcs are... Oh my god. Also, the base force here only is 40 points. Is that... You have to upgrade it to have the singing spear, right? I think you have to upgrade it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, I actually got to write this up correctly. These 3 are going into them. These 3 are going into them. That 1 is going to him. So we'll do those 3 first. Force to hit. Force to wound. 3 up save. 2 Marines have killed. Okay, these 3. Force to hit. Yikes. Force to wound. Okay. Forp save. 2 die. There goes the apothecary in that Marine. 2, 4. Okay. And then this 1 orc into these guys. Force to hit. Nothing. All right. The orcs actually won that combat because they only lost 3 while we lost 4. Only 18 points. That's a terrifyingly cheap. That's only 58 points. That's less than 6. That's terrifying. All right. Okay. This unit is take a leadership test at -1. They're fine. The leader of the commander needs to take a leadership test. He's leadership 10. He's fine. And they don't need to take a leadership test at all. So, okay. Okay. So, I don't have an Exart. I just have 5 dudes. I wish I had more. All right, so at the end of this bout, we had 1 unit of Space Marines. They're down to 2. This unit of Space Marines, they're down to 4. And our commander versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 orcs. At the end of the game, whether the orcs were not able to actually bring down the commander, he has not lost a single wound. This is a Space Marine victory. It is taking me 51 minutes to do this game. It's about the same time it would take me to film a normal Solar Hammer, so there's a lot less editing. Jesus. Yeah, all you see is just the Space Marines just pull up their bolt guns, say GG's, you know, some pop them. But yeah, even though they won the fight, they did not win the war. Oh well. Now I gotta. Actually, I don't have to upload this. It's already gonna be uploaded automatically. Can't really do anything else, but alright. A Space Marine victory! I'm gonna continue recording for another, what is it now, 8 minutes? Just so I can answer questions, I guess, if you have any questions. I'm gonna turn on my fan too, because it's warm in here. Well, that wasn't that bad at all. Dawn of War 2 victory music. I just click a button and that song just turns on. I do enjoy how 3rd edition very much is just Dawn of War 2. I love it. Or I say Dawn of War is just 3rd edition. I gotta start putting this away. Since you're an orc player, what do you think I should add to my orc army? I have a few ideas. The amount of references in the war gear and abilities to the actual 3rd game is... I know. It's like the people who actually played the video game played the actual tabletop. Or did basic research. Who would have thunk? I don't know, bro. I just got a box of slugs in a warehouse. Oh, lordy. That's fair. That's completely fair. Last week I did get a box of sluggers and a war boss. Well, it's not a war boss. It's a knob, but it's a war boss. You can proxy it. You can proxy anything in an orc army. You have orcs, proxy them. Even with Space Marine, one has the rules and stuff from the... Yeah, which makes it so nice. So lovely. I just realized that dude had a plasma on him. I mean, that's the best thing you can do, because... So last week I bought... Where are they? Get over here, you pillocks. We have to show off 2, 4, 6, 8. We're still missing 2 lads. So I bought this unit last week. And what the hell is their box? So the box comes with 10 boys and a knob, which you could just easily just use as a war boss. Because he's got like a power axe and a slugger. And that's the basic loadout for any like thing. And you get like 5 boxes of these. You get like a troop of knobs, and by the time you got that, you've got like a custom war boss model. It's really nice. In the bin you go. I think it's because Space Marine 2 is more focused on 10th edition. And my feelings about 10th edition aside, I still love Space Marine 2 because it's got Tyranids. And I love my bugs. So I really can't complain. It is 45 USD for 2 units is a good deal. 45 USD for 2 units. Where are you finding that? 45 bucks for 2 units? Is this like 2 10-man squads of boys? It's blind and shallow as heck. It is still very dope, yeah. I can't. It is. The story is very shallow. And if anything, that's to be expected because they wanted to go for a wider audience, and dear God, did they succeed. Plus, I keep it in my PlayStation 5 installed at all times. But yeah, $45 for 2 units, that's pretty good. Because the Slugger box, boy box, you can proxy, the knobs and warbots get to. Yes, but hear me out. So it comes with the 10-man squad and the knob, and you can use the knob as a proxy for a war boss. You don't go and buy MSRP. I say this all the time. Go on Amazon and buy the box for $40. If you have Prime, you'll be able to get this for free shipping. That's what I did last week. $42 for Storm Boys. So I usually buy my stuff secondhand. I don't buy it in a store. So it may vary. What is the going rate for Storm Boys? Hold on. Is that really how much it cost? Yeah, $42 for 5 models. That's not bad, but I'm pretty sure you can get this for less on Amazon. I only picked it up at the full price because okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure LGS will probably have them for that much, which is fine. I order things online because it's easier for me because I'm poor as hell. My collection is something I spent the past 10 years developing, so I've grown a bit of a cheapskate mentality when it comes to buying them. But yeah, $40 for a unit is fine. It used to be 30, and I'm not grumpy about it, I swear. I did go on the Black Legion market the other week. The only problem is that its shipping is a bit expensive, but I did see a few old school like Tyranids, like an old school Pyrovore, and I'm just on the fence about it, but I'll eventually do it. In any case, thank you, Happy Noob, for joining me on this game. I'm going to end the stream soon. I hope you had a good one. Bye. and it will no longer be